YouTube Ozzico in the Goat House is back. Today, we're taking a look at the top candidates, in my opinion, to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for the 2022 NFL season. So, out of the players that were just drafted a week ago, I picked out some. Some of these got some good odds, too. Take a look at the odds for these guys. There's some dark horse ones that these guys have some crazy odds to win. A lot of money possibly there to be won. And, yeah, they have a shot to win. So we'll break this down. We'll do a separate video for defense as well. We got a bunch of draft videos up on the channel, recaps, winners, losers, grades, and a lot more. 2023 mock. Check it all out up on the channel. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on while you're there. Be much appreciated. Follow us on Twitter, link down below. You guys also voted for Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We'll take a look at the end of this video. So I love Chris Olave. Love Chris Olave's chances to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, the Rookie of the Year here. Going to the Saints, and we know they've been thin at receiver, obviously. Michael Thomas coming back. You know, you'd like to think he's ready to go. He's going to be 100% healthy. I'd think that as well. Can he stay 100% healthy throughout the year? I don't really think it affects Olave. You know, of course, Olave is the one and only guy. Then he'll get more production, but I think we'll see Thomas play a lot inside, and he can play out as well. We'll see Olave play mainly outside, and they mesh together well. But he will get that production that was kind of missing last year from some of these Saints receivers. They were trying to force it into felt like a different guy every week. And they had to have Olave. Seeing their process up until the draft and then during the draft, that was their guy. You know, Olave would seem pretty clear that Olave was the Saints' #1 receiver on their board. You know, and that's a team that was higher on Michael Thomas than anyone, and they were that high on Olave to go up and get him all the way up there. And trade away some pieces. So they obviously like him. They obviously believe he's ready to go right now because the Saints are always in win now mode. He obviously fits Jameis Winston ball, which, again, Winston can air the ball out. Olave can get open downfield. You know, and even if Winston doesn't work out, gets injured, they have Dalton. I think he'll be effective with getting the ball to Olave. So I just see production there. I just see lots of production. And again, Michael Thomas being back, it kind of spreads the field out. Kamara spreads the field out. So plus 1,000 odds on Olave, and I think this is a legit candidate to win Rookie of the Year, to having really not so legit odds there. I mean, solid odds, but 1,000, pretty good if you're putting money today on, or even before the start of the season. It should be pretty solid on Chris Olave. I think it looks pretty good. And then his partner in crime there from Ohio State, and Garrett Wilson, plus 900. I like Garrett Wilson's shot to win, so he's a top-tier candidate as well. I like Olave a little bit more. I think going to the Saints, they're a little thin on receiver. You know, it's pretty much Olave's the guy on the outside. It really feels like that fits their game. Wilson's tricky one. It's like a boom or bust one for betting on him to win Rookie of the Year, because you know he should be productive. He can play outside. He can play in the slot. You know, what do the Jets want to do, though? You know, how is Zach Wilson going to be? You know, who is his main target? Is it going to be Wilson? Is it going to be just because they valued Wilson over the other guys, maybe with a top draft pick, doesn't mean he's his guy? Is it Elijah Moore? Is it Corey Davis? You know, who will it be there? And will they be a pass-first or a run-first team? I think they want to be a pass-first team with Wilson, with his ability to air it out, and they want to get him going, but you don't want to force him into these situations. And they drafted BREECE Hall, who we'll talk about. So it's a little tricky. I think, you know, Garrett Wilson's going to have some really big games. I think they're kind of going to be up and down games, not really with his play, but in terms of his production, which production matters for winning this award. I like his chances. You know, I just love Olave, especially with those odds at 1,000, but right next to him 900 with Garrett Wilson. But speaking of the Jets, BREECE Hall is another option I love. I think it's an easy top candidate here because he's going to get action. Whether they're pass first, run first, I think Wilson's going to have his up and downs, so they may turn to the run to play it safe a lot. BREECE Hall is also very underrated catching the ball in the backfield. The tricky part is Michael Carter, but they liked BREECE Hall. You know, that's a staff that we didn't really view as valuing running backs, you know, based off their past, and they may be good with what they have, and you know, Michael Carter and et cetera, you know, their group, their running back group there, but they trade up to get BREECE Hall in the second round. So they went ahead and valued running back pretty high there. And they get a guy in BREECE Hall that can do a bit of everything. Very good runner, pro ready. So he's going to have production. He's going to have a lot of production. We know running backs have a solid shot at winning this award. So BREECE Hall is one of those candidates that I really, really love, up there with Chris OLAVE. Odds plus 800. So, I mean, you can win more money with OLAVE. Maybe BREECE Hall is a little safer. Maybe a little safer. I think OLAVE is pretty safe, though. And I like Sky Moore. He's a little risky as well. It's like another one of those guys that you really like, but comes with some risk because the Chiefs do have Juju Smith-Schuster. They do have Marquez Valdes-Scantling. They do have McCole Hardman. I think Sky Moore can fit. I think he can play pretty much anywhere. I think he's good after the catch. But again, really fits that offense. 11 plus 1,100 is pretty solid. I like him as a candidate. Don't love him. Wouldn't be one of my top picks to win. But I love that pick, obviously, and I think he'll be very good with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a little risky because the Chiefs actually have more options now. I keep saying that. They don't have Tyreek Hill, so they got worse, but they have more options. So that's a little tricky with trying to predict production, which we kind of got to do here. But 1,100 odds looks pretty good there. BREECE Hall is a pretty safe bet to be reliable, pretty productive, be in that conversation. And again, underrated catching that ball. The Jets also don't want to get predictable. BREECE Hall on the field, they're running the ball. Mike Carter on the field, they're passing the ball. They don't want that to happen. So they're going to get BREECE Hall involved in catching the ball. Maybe he won't be the first read either on some of these plays, and he'll end up getting more production. That just happens. And then we go on to, I love TREYLON BURKS from the Arkansas to Tennessee Titans as a legit Rookie of the Year candidate, plus 700 odds. So decent odds, but you can see Vegas kind of views him as one of the top candidates as well. And then Drake London's the guy that I like, has the same odds. But Burks is just filling in for A.J. Brown, and they liked him enough to trade A.J. Brown to make sure that they got Burks in the 3rd round pick. It seems like a little low for A.J. Brown, but it's pretty clear they really like TREYLON BURKS here from Arkansas. It was very clear. So they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna give him the end arounds. They're gonna give him screen passes. They're gonna give him quick slants. They're gonna try to work him outside as well, trying to get him to develop a little bit more, so you can catch him playing outside and in. I think pretty evenly, I'd say. So they're gonna get him all types of plays. I think where he's really dangerous is gonna be kind of the end arounds, because I think you see him come in motion. You're thinking it's a possibility he's getting the ball. I think it's a possibility Derrick Henry's getting the ball, so you kind of got to worry about multiple things here, inside, outside, with Burks coming across the field. So I think that's where he'll be very productive and where he'll get his action. He's very good after the catch, or even if it's a handoff, he's very good against contact, really, or avoiding tacklers. So I think he'll be heavily involved in that offense. So I think that's why he's a top-tier candidate. And I like Drake London. It's another tricky one. Some of these ones that I like, it's like, first glance, it's like, okay, these are a serious candidate. Should be a sure thing. But you start to think of some other things that kind of bump them down for a sure thing. They'll be in the conversation. It's how effective will the Falcons be passing the ball? This might be a heavy run offense. Drake London, he can get separation. Not going to get as much separation as some of the other guys. Is Mariota going to try to fit that many tight window throws in? How is he after the injury? So there are some questions, but the positives are why he's a solid candidate here is he's the guy. I mean, the Kyle Pitts, tight end / receiver, is the guy as well, but London's really the guy when it comes to wide receivers for the Atlanta Falcons. So he's going to get, because remember, no Calvin Ridley and no Russell Gage either. So London will get his action. I just don't love him as some of these other ones that I love here. Burks is going to get his action here. So, and then we go on. All right, this is kind of for if you're feeling dangerous. There's a lot of you out there that are feeling dangerous when it comes to placing these bets, and they look for the crazy odds. I haven't really been a fan of it in the past doing that, but there's, things like this. I kind of like these options. Tyler Algier from BYU going to the Atlanta Falcons. 5,000 plus 5,000 is odds, so a lot of money to be won possibly. I know you think Tyler Algier going to win the Rookie of the Year. Is very unlikely, but Falcons surprisingly move on from Mike Davis. So you got Cordell Patterson in the mix. I think teams started to figure that out at the end of the year. I still think he'll be effective. He's a receiver at the same time. Algier is kind of that Arthur Smith type running back, physical, tough runner. He's going to see the hole. He's going to hit it. He's going to be violent after the catch. They're not looking for the speedsters. This is their type of running back, and I think they're going to run the ball a lot. With Marcus Mariota, his ability to run, there's going to be a lot of running the ball, and they're going to get ALLGEIER going. He's going to get a lot more carries than people think. And again, I'm not picking him to win Rookie of the Year, but I think there's a legit shot. I think those odds are a little extreme. I think he has a better shot than that, really. So he could end up being one of the top rookie running backs just because of chance here and the shot that he's going to get. And then in a wild card, dark horse, one that I like is Jalen Tolbert. I'm surprised that ALLGEIER has better, less likely according to Vegas to win it than Tolbert. But Tolbert at 4,000, and why I put him up here, and again, I don't think he's going to win, but this is kind of one of those ones that I think there's some sort of shot. He's got pretty good odds. But Michael Gallup's going to start the year injured. They don't have Amari Cooper anymore. So Tolbert's going to come in there, and they have James Washington. But Tolbert might come in there and just be that receiver too, right behind CeeDee Lamb, because this is a guy that can do a bit of everything, in terms of the routes, where he catches the ball, what he does after the catch, play outside, play in the slot. Cowboys are a heavy passing attack, obviously, so he's going to get his action. He's definitely going to get his action. I think that's kind of a sneaky fantasy target, late in drafts, because especially for early weeks, because he's going to be productive early. I'm pretty confident about that. He's going to be productive early. And then, if he is, are they just going to remove him from the lineup? So it's pretty tough there. So I think he'll be productive, more productive than people think. So some crazy odds there. And then some more, Isaiah Spiller, some other running back here, going to the Chargers, plus 4,000 odds. And the Chargers have Austin Eckler, but they bring in Spiller, who obviously they like, and it's a different type of running back than Eckler. So Spiller is still going to get his carries, especially inside the tackles, inside runs, even if Eckler's healthy. But then you factor in Eckler does have the injury concern, which could increase a guy like Spiller's carries. But right off the bat, I think he's going to get a good amount of carries as it is. A very talented back, very productive. Another guy that's kind of underrated, catch the ball out of the backfield. So, we know the Chargers are going to throw the ball a lot. So Spiller has a shot to be very productive for the Chargers. He has a good shot to rack up some touchdowns as well. I think he'll be very solid near the goal line, getting in the end zone. The Matt Corral, a very risky one, but one that you kind of like here because it really feels like right now he's the best quarterback, even though he wasn't really a pro-ready quarterback, but the best quarterback on the Panthers roster. Because he is talented, he can kind of create with his legs, buy himself some time, and then he has some very talented weapons across the board here on the Carolina Panthers. So he'll be able to get some things done here. But the question is, will he start? This is definitely one that's risky putting the money on now because do they trade for Jimmy Garoppolo? Do they trade for a Baker Mayfield? Do they start Darnold? I think if it was Darnold and Corral going into the season, I think Darnold would get replaced. And if Darnold started on top of it, I think Darnold would get replaced pretty early on. Corral can just do more, even as a raw rookie, and then with the talent he has, it might seem easier to him at this level. So that's a sneaky one. So, but because if you told Vegas as well that Corral was going to start week 1, if he was going to start week 1, his odds wouldn't be like this. He might be the favorite actually to win it because he would be productive, even though he would have mistakes. He'd be very productive with that Panthers offense. So if you want to gamble, if you want to get a little dangerous there with one like that. But these last few, some crazy odds, but guys that I think have a legit shot. Those running backs are pretty interesting there because of the chances and the snaps that they will get here. So now let's take a look at, you guys voted for, I had you guys vote for on Twitter at GoDowsNFL. I had multiple polls. Who will win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Appreciate anyone who played along. So this first poll had 4 guys. Saw Garrett Wilson took that one away pretty easy. Pickett's got a shot because he's gonna start, we would think, and he's got some good weapons. And then Chris Olave won that poll for you guys over Chris Olave over Christian Watson, Drake London, Jahad Dotson, and then the third semifinal poll that was tight. Yeah, my phone told me it was a tie. I think I see PC tells you the exact, but Jamison Williams, Breece Hall, TREYLON Burks. I'm surprised Burks finished third in that. This is a pretty good one, though. Sky Moore finishing fourth. That was a pretty good group of four there. So then there was a final. I threw Breece Hall in there as well because him and James Williams were basically a tie, but Garrett Wilson ended up taking it here. So Garrett Wilson, you guys voted for to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, 36.2%. And then Jamison Williams was next. Yeah, is he going to miss some time? Are they going to be a run-first team still? And then OLAVE, and it was pretty much a tie, though. OLAVE and Breece Hall. I'm going to have, before the season, I'll have all my award predictions and kind of break it, pick a finalist here. But you see the ones that I love. I really like Chris Olave for the Saints. I really like Breece Hall and TREYLON Burks. I'm really looking at those two receivers because I don't really know what the Jets are going to do exactly. They're going to split the ball between all their weapons. So I'm really looking at Olave and Burks as my top guys. I worry about Burks limiting. I'm kind of leaning Olave, as you could tell, right at this moment, because I worry about Burks like limited route tree, but he's going to get his action. But Saints, they felt really good about Chris Olave. They have a plan. It kind of felt like a pro-ready guy. He was like a veteran type prospect. So I plus 1,000 on the odds for Chris Olave too. That's looking pretty good right now for him and the Saints there. So. Yeah, with Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, I'm excited to watch that. So we're going to do the same video for defense, break some of those down, which ones I like, and we'll have more videos like this in the future. We got the schedule released this week. This week we'll have that covered. We got some early releases on some interesting games too. Maybe we'll make a picks video. I thought that'd be pretty fun to kind of pick the early announced games just for the hell of it, because that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're always talking on Twitter, going over all this stuff. A lot of polls, keeping you guys involved. So check it out at Godos NFL. Link down below. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on. Much appreciated. It's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.